Good evening, everyone. Let me bring us around to our high-tech lowlives.
Hey, everybody.
It's me, the lowlife.
Anybody in chat want goldfish? Open your window. I'll throw it really hard.
The delicious snack that smiles back until you bite their heads off.
Okay, I'll knock this. Open your west window. It'll be there in 2 business hours. Yeah, there goes bacon. Corpse. That's with one in, buddy.
That was 45 seconds in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Brain tonight.
I'm going to have so much editing to do.
Just drop it in every 30 seconds. That'll about cover it. Well then, Noctis, you had better run to the store. Like now.
Noctis, you know better than to show up for this for this stream, you know, without having stuff ready to roll. All right.
Okay, that's better. Anyway.
So, I am your host, GM, DM, Master of Ceremonies, and in this game, referee, W. Adam Clark. My fun facts for this week is I have just picked up some new fitness / martial arts toys. I just got a set of Indian heavy clubs and have been making my shoulders cry for the last 4 days, and it's awesome. And I can't wait to use them more. But for now, I have to stop. I have to take a couple hours off of making my shoulders cry and make these 4 losers cry instead.
Thanks.
And I'm done. That was it. That was my badass intro. You're welcome.
Hi. I'm a loser.
Hi.
My name is Jerica. Jeanette Regis.
Okay, there it is. I was waiting for it.
The baby.
My name is Janet. My name is Jerica. Jeanette Regis on Twitch and Twitter and Blue Sky and other stuff. Probably. I am playing Neon Jubilee, the rocker girl. And yeah, I'm going to have some fun with Forbidden Knowledge, and should be good.
Alright, Jerica, come here.
I don't want him.
That's fair.
I don't want to. You can't.
It's for my fun fact! Come here!
I don't want him.
Please! Let me show the people.
Oh, fine.
Okay. Hi, my name is Sunny, Sunburst Wolf Dog on Blue Sky and Red Note. I am playing Thorn, the exotic solo, who is just gonna thaw out of cryo freeze today. Hopefully, maybe, if we don't filibuster too much more than we already have been.
Or was that arf?
My fun fact, if my beautiful volunteer will come here for a second, is I am going on about 9 months on tea, and I've noticed that I have been going down in clothing sizes, but also gaining weight, and for multiple reasons have figured out that there is apparently a reason for that. That makes a lot of sense now that I think about it, because I've never been able to do this before, and if my table won't do that, yeah.
Nice.
I've never been able to do this before.
Right onto the bed and into a terms of service violation.
There we go.
Oh, there you go. There's the proper lift.
I've never been able to do that before. Thank you, Jerica. I am not working out. I have not been working out. I can just do that now. And that gives me endless amounts of gender euphoria.
Yeah. Hormones do things to the body. Who knew?
I shouldn't have done it in a binder, I will admit.
It's like a weightlifting belt, but in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
Hi, chat. I'm
In a
Morgoth,
costume.
Wizard.
Oh,
Anyway,
I'm
Morgoth's
Morgoth.
turn. Boo.
I'm playing X1R1, your laziest netrunner that has ever not netrunned ever. My fun fact, I had just put in 100 hours playing a netrunner on 2077. I've done all the netrunner bits. I finally got my Blackwall, Militech, Cyberdeck, and I realized I missed a bunch of shit in the game, so now I'm going to go back and play it again so I can get the 100% achievement completion.
Did you
But,
get Erebus?
No, I made the Blackwall Cyberdeck instead,
Oh, okay.
because netrunner. I didn't do anything you're supposed to that wasn't to netrunning, so I missed half the game just trying to learn how to play X1 better. And that was my fun fact.
well, hey, folks, I'm the old bacon eater. I'm old. I eat bacon. I play games badly. In this game, I play the Grouch, who really isn't, let's face it. He's the Nomad. He's the Rigger. He's the guy with the vehicle. And so forth. Fun fact, I'm actually going to do two. One, for me personally, antiquing is bad because it's addictive. Anyway, since we haven't done the opening housekeeping yet, I'll try and keep that down. Anyway, number two, as will be brought up in the opening housekeeping about the Bacon Corpse drinking game. Guys, look at the chat. That is how many you're already behind.
It's true.
You're already behind 12. Get to it.
We were
I've been
lighting
keeping up.
his ass up in the pre-call like you wouldn't
Yep.
believe.
Yep. Hey, anybody that's participating is not leaving the game sober at all.
Leaving, we're not
Get to work,
starting.
kids. Anyway, speaking of opening housekeeping,
That was a great card.
It's so loud.
Oh, it's so good. Anyway, this is a show about desperate, terrible times, which will force desperate and terrible people to do desperate and terrible things. This show will contain blood, violence, sexual situations, drug use, abuse, forced or coerced situations, and likely every possible combination of those words. We do not condone these acts, but offer them as a warning, much as we do not condone our own world becoming the dystopian nightmare that this game is set in. If you enjoy our other programs, but this one makes you feel uncomfortable and you feel you cannot watch, please do not watch and visit our other shows and say hi. We will not take offense to you choosing not to be here. If this program makes you feel uncomfortable, but you feel you need to watch for some reason, please continue to watch only so long as the show speaks to you, as it may be something you need to hear for some reason. As always, do not hurt yourself on our account. If this program does not make you feel uncomfortable, welcome to the dystopia of the near now. We don't have cookies, but we do have chips. If you ever feel that you have become uncomfortable, please reevaluate your viewership. This show will be immediately demonetized on YouTube for all of the above reasons. Also, forgot to tell you guys before we went live, because I wanted to have that conversation. We'll do it right after we end out. This show will also be demonetized going forward on Twitch for all of the above reasons. We have hit double D's, ladies and gentlemen. If you wish to contribute, please consider subscribing through Twitch, Stream Loot's Patreon, or donations to the channel, buying Stream Loot cards for yourself or for the community. However, never contribute more than you can afford. Charity must begin at home, so make sure your own home is taken care of first. We love your face more than we love your money, and we want you here for a long time, not for a short, profitable one. Also, when you see that in the bottom corner. That is the Bacon Just Corpse drinking game. We do not condone playing the Bacon Just Corpse drinking game. You may die.
And again, you're already behind 12, kids. Guys, for those of you who missed some of that, you're down 3 more. Get drinking. Yes! Yes, I was keeping track, damn it.
All right. So, now that we have our content warnings and we can begin all of our slurs, what happened last week?
4.
I don't remember. It all went away because I'm laughing too hard.
I actually watched the episode on YouTube right before I came in here, so I watched up to Thorn. I watched up to Thorn getting frozen so that I know what Thorn knows.
Okay.
Neon gave a nice little speech to everybody about community. Thorn and Neon had uncomfortable conversation in number 5. Thorn got popsicled. After that, they took a tour of Silverhand Studios and decided to buy an apartment, which we will be moving into, I guess, post-haste. X1 got a little lead on their buddy who was dead from the church people that they decided to follow up on. And now I'm guessing we're going to go ring shopping and have that be interrupted by the president doing president things. And then maybe thaw Thorn.
Are we gonna recreate the scene from Demolition Man and Thaw Out Thorn?
Oh, I wish we had the budget to do that.
Oh, that'd be
such
great,
a good
wouldn't it?
scene.
Anyway.
One of these days, we'll just run the Demolition Man campaign, and you and I won't. Jerica, we'll run the Demolition Man campaign, and we won't tell anybody that hasn't seen the movie that we're just running a movie plot, and we'll see how they do. Will not be the first time I have run a campaign based on a film and not told the players that were there that they were just running through one of my favorite movies. It's a habit of mine.
Fun fact, I'll say, just to go off that. I played a D&D I ran a D&D campaign for 2 years, and there was one section for 2 or 3 months where the party had to hunt down a serial killer in the woods who could turn invisible, and all the bodies were found with their spines and heads and skulls missing, and no one ever caught on to what I was doing. And it was a creature in a weird gas mask with long dreads, and it looked like kind of like a lizard thing. And no one knew what was going on.
That is so sad. One of the first campaigns. Well, one of our October campaigns has already been the Charlie Daniels song "The Legend of the Woolly Swamp," which I have run as a 1-shot / 4-shot on 3 different occasions, and Ari has played in all 3 of them and never knew what was happening until the end of it each single time, and it's great. I have also done one of the earliest 1-shots I did was the party arriving at a roadhouse in the middle of the night and going in, and then strange insanity ensues, and they try to leave the roadhouse, and as they walk out the door, they immediately are walking back in the door again, and basically just played Hotel California.
Yeah.
So,
Either that or that one Star Trek episode,
which was also based on Hotel California.
Oh yeah.
All right. Oh. So.
Go get your ring, bud.
I mean, that is definitely a thing. We had 3 or 4 other things we needed to try to run in rapid progression here.
It is currently Monday, January 20th. Is anyone doing anything before noon? We seem behind.
What?
It's not my fault.
What time? What time is Thorn getting out?
Whenever,
Like, I think you
whenever
said, like,
you go
late
to pick
Monday.
them up, it can be anytime Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I mean, it technically can be later than that, but it absolutely doesn't have to be. Anytime afternoon, evening, Monday through anytime Wednesday, because they're already ready to go.
Deuce might need to edit this into the YouTube video, but Neon, go stop Grouch from buying this ring.
Well,
Hold
That's
on,
the
let
one-
me drop
only
that
thing-
in real quick.
One color anyway.
Neon will want to see Thorn whenever we want to pick up. We'll want to have Grouch. I guess we can go do the thing with Grouch, but on the way back, pick up Thorn. If we want something like that.
Yeah.
I kind of just want whatever the announcement is going to be to happen before you come get me.
Okay.
Well, that'll happen at noon. So, when are you guys going to go get? When are you guys going to go to get the ring?
Give them a chance to open 10:30-ish, if people are awake.
Yeah. Neon can do that.
Yeah. Get in the car.
All right. Is Morgoth coming along for the ride or no?
I'll go ring shopping or pick up. I mean, I was either gonna go pick up Thorn or go ring shopping. Either or.
Well, does Morgoth know?
No, and I only told Neon.
Right.
Yeah.
But if he's saying he's leaving the apartment to go pick up Neon, does Morgoth come along?
Yeah. If you're like, we got something secret to do, I'll go play on my cyber deck and make upgrades. I have never done a programming role. I'll make a couple of them.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
You can do that.
Just go back and get him when you go get me, and then. But then you two can have some time alone.
Pretty certain that isn't the way that was meant to come out. Anyway. Yes. Anyway. Boy, it's one of those again, kids. Anyway.
So,
Oh, Gray's here.
now all your dice are cursed.
Yep, now all the dice are cursed.
All right. So, Grouch and Neon.
It's driving along in the vehicle. Grouch is being incredibly quiet.
Grouch and Neon head to. Oh, what's the name of the mall? You go to Nichiban Mall in Little Asia, specifically Japantown.
Ichiban Kasuga's there?
Yes. No. And you head into Nichiban. And as you park in the underground garage beneath the mall,
Yes.
you park the vehicle, you get out, and as you're walking through the underground garage, you see a number of neon, no relation arrows that are in the ground directing you towards where the elevators are.
Right. Well, I will go in the direction of the arrows because I've never been here before.
Okay.
All right. So, what are you looking for?
We discussed this.
Right. What are you looking for?
Well, you said
I'm
no
making
diamonds.
sure. I mean, again, no
Right.
diamond. You don't need to.
You said diamonds is a bad idea because they're all fake and whatnot. Sapphires, I think, because they were the blue, and that's her color. Silver band as opposed to gold because she has a contact allergy reaction to the gold. I can drop $1,000 on this thing.
All right. Well, let's go.
Right. Grouch still looks really goddamn nervous.
As you get
Obligatory Johnny Silverhands.
Johnny Silverhands, as you get to the elevator, when you get in, because you are currently parked on the top floor of the parking garage, it goes 3 floors below the Nichiban Mall. The door opens, and you see a thin, well-built Asian man. A thin, well-built Asian man in very modern but still somewhat street punk-esque attire. Highest, most expensive fashions, but definitely motorcycle gear. As the elevator door opens and he sees someone walking in, he nods his head, backs up to give the two of you space to properly enter the elevator.
Hello.
Oh,
Good morning.
We are looking for the jewelry. What floor is the jewelry store on?
You are Neon Jubilee, yes?
Yeah.
My suggestion go to the 4th floor. There are many jewelers in Nichiban, but my suggestion would be go to the 4th floor. Go to Noburo. It will be elevator, 4th floor, right, turn right, go down a little bit past the food court, and you'll be able to see it. It has holographic cherry blossom display out front. Best jewelry store in the entire mall.
I'll do that then. Thank you.
You are very welcome.
And I'll head up.
I know this is uncouth, and you probably do get this a lot. But is it possible that I could get your autograph?
Oh, yeah, of course.
He reaches into a pocket. Give me a awareness perception roll. This
can I
one
do
will
that
be,
as well.
You both can. You can piggyback. This one will be difficult because it's only going to be visible for a split second. Oh, that was almost a 10 and then it changed. One of these days, I will give you guys the experience points that I keep promising every week.
I'm just gonna plus one
Okay.
There you go.
For a 20?
Yeah.
for a 20, just in case.
You see, he reaches into his pocket, pulls out a notebook, and flips the notebook open to a page for you to sign. You notice the outside cover of the book is a perfectly soft, perfectly supple, vat-grown leather. As he flips it open and then flips to a page, there is a embossed logo on the inside cover of the book. And it is a logo of a ring. And inside the ring is what can best be described as 3 circles and on it branched and stemmed. So there is a circle and in a ring, and inside inside the ring you see 3 full circles, and then you see a branch and stem underneath of them. Yeah, it looks exactly like that image.
Nice. It's the Mandarin.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
The 10 rings have found us.
He hands you the book, and the pen that he hands you to sign in the book looks incredibly expensive.
I'm assuming I know what this is. Like,
yeah.
I'm assuming Arasaka's like everywhere.
Yes.
So. Okay.
Yes, it is the... Hey, we've got Neon's autograph in the human skin notebook. The embossment on the inside is the Arasaka logo.
Okay. Neon doesn't really have a opinion much on Arasaka. She just kind of sees it, she makes note of it, but just kind of smiles and gives her autograph.
Okay.
A lovely pin you got there.
Thank you. It was made for me by master craftsman Kawakami Naizen in Tokyo.
You don't see a lot of those around these days with all the digital stuff going on, but that's really nice.
I am in English. I am a bit
Traditional.
old school
Huh.
when it comes to my beliefs.
No, I'm sure it's a good thing to hold on to, especially in this world.
Indeed.
Sometimes the old ways are best.
Indeed, my friend. I believe that each person must forge their own destiny and follow their own beliefs, regardless of expectations. The elevator
Same.
stops, the door opens, and he goes, well, good luck at Noburo. Hopefully you will find the thing that you are looking for. And he
When he
bows.
says all that,
Mhm.
does my trans radar go off?
No.
Okay.
He bows deeply and exits the elevator.
Alright. You,
Once the elevator doors close, if that pen had 3 yellow diamonds in it, I was immediately looking for Hotel Artemis. Good, somebody got the reference. Outstanding.
well, that was fun. Arasaka works around here. Good to know.
Noburo.
Surprised.
Interesting. Yeah. I pushed a button that said 4.
Yeah. Actually, do I clock that like just as like a thing of kind of a funny thing of the Arasaka guy telling me to go see Noburo? Did you even realize that until I just said that?
Nope. Because I pulled a random name generator and just went with the top of the list. So.
Oh, the Arasaka I was going to see Noburō Arasaka. Okay, he has the best timers in the city.
Yeah. Whoops. Oh well.
Well, that's Saburo, not
Saburo, right.
not Nuburo, but yeah.
Nuburo is his weird cousin. We don't mention him much.
All the joys. So, you make it upstairs to the 4th floor. And as you're walking through the mall, you make it up to the jewelry store. And in the jewelry store, as you continue walking through, you pass through several parts of the mall. You see exactly what he's talking about. As you approach... I actually don't have the right music for this, so I will go to this one instead. You hear a odd synthesized version of traditional Japanese music.
Okay.
And you see a hologram of holographic cherry blossoms, like falling from above the doorway and then scattering in front of the store and onto the ground in front of the jewelry store. And then as you walk into the area, they move and part around you. It is an incredible technological display.
Wow.
And Neon is aware that the holographic lens projectors and AI controllers required to do even this simple, cheap, fairly repetitive display in front of the store probably costs somewhere around 20 or 25,000 euro dollars. Like, as you move through, you're actually seeing the petals move and swirl in the air behind you. It's a very elaborate.
I'd be impressed if we own a dog that's twice that much money, so you know.
It's true.
Ekisuno would enjoy this, just because he would immediately be thinking, now, how can I fuck with this? Just saying.
Or steal it.
It is incredibly impressive.
Hack the hologram and make dicks float down from the ceiling.
No, that'd be something Thorn would do. I'm talking, what would Ekisuno do?
Thorn would suggest it, and then Ekisuno might do it.
I mean,
that is true.
I mean, yeah, and guys, that's another one. Yeah, it's very subtle, but that one went.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's hopefully. This looks like the kind of place where $1,000 is like the starting budget, but we'll see.
Yeah, well, hopefully we don't go. I can go up a little higher than that, but I don't want to, completely break the bank. We still got bills to pay on their little place. Although, we're moving to the new place and all of that, but whatever. Anyway, we go do a thing.
All right.
I'll head into the big store and kind of look at the whoever's working there. Just kind of like I'll look at whoever cashier's there. It's like, hi, I was told that Noburo.
You get about that far, and the woman who is dressed in a proper Japanese traditional outfit, who is behind the counter. The two of you walk in the door.
Mm-hmm.
And as you walk in, she brings her head up and says, "Hi, welcome to Neon!" And that's
just like
and like just literally explodes. Hi. hello, and welcome to Noburo.
Hi. We're looking
Crouched over
for
here, just
my friend here, as I point to Grouch, is looking for an engagement ring.
For you?
No, I.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh no, and then she
No,
quickly
wait.
she quickly turns to Grouch. She goes, "No, that's totally fine. I'm sure whoever it is a wonderful woman. I just the two of you came in
Yes.
together, so I just naturally assumed."
oh, hey, she's my employer actually.
Oh, I see.
Scandalous.
And I'm not very good at these things. This is why.
And
my
also
employers
he's
help
on.
me.
Also, he's on the wrong team.
Ah. Oh.
At this point, I look right at Neon. Boss, stop teasing.
Yes. My name is Himiko. You know. How may I? Right. No, you said engagement rings. Yes. Please sit down, and I will bring you some to look at. You look over to the as you look around the jewelry store. Soft, traditional Japanese music plays in the background. You see there is 3 or 4 displays that are showing jewelry laying out on velvet pillows on the open to air display racks. But what is actually there are holographic displays of the jewelry, not the actual jewelry itself. And she says, please, and as she motions, you see that there is a small nook off to the side area where there is a traditional Japanese kneeling table and several cushions.
So you want to explain to her what you told me, like what we're looking for?
Right. I try and give her the credentials, and when I get about halfway through, I choke, and then I think about it for see. I'm actually doing this, and start over again.
Okay. Nice. Well done.
But sapphires rather than diamonds because she prefers blue as opposed to the traditional silver rather than gold. Neon, what the hell else did I say? I forgot. Oh, good lord. And I just went over this, too. God. Can you tell I'm a little nervous? But yeah, right. So the sapphires as opposed to silver rather than gold as she has contact allergy.
Nothing too chunky, nothing too like slim.
Right.
I think.
Yeah, it's a bit more elegant than chunky.
Mm.
If that makes sense.
Oh, that is totally reasonable. Is this a engagement ring for someone who is going to be using their hands quite often?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, that's accurate.
That makes sense. Are you looking for an engagement ring that will pair and bond with the wedding ring, or are you looking for an engagement ring that is designed to be replaced by the wedding ring once the wedding has occurred?
I hadn't even considered that.
It is very important. Traditionally, historically, an engagement ring is often only worn until a wedding band is received. However, that is a very outdated tradition, and nowadays most engagement rings are designed to be paired along and worn with the wedding ring in a complementary set.
It seems like a place to bring. I mean, if I ever got married, I'd probably want to keep both of them.
I mean, my own parents, when they went from one to the other, and then they got another set, but the engagement and the original wedding ring, which was used at the ceremony, they put in amber, a block of amber.
Oh, very interesting.
Don't get the amber ring. Don't get the amber ring.
And then I thank the lady for not noticing that I'm an old fart. But since I am an old fart, I would probably go with replace as opposed to integrate.
Okay. Do you have any other stones or carving into the jewelry that either of you could want, either for personal or cultural significance?
Yeah, we'll also elbow Grouch. You assume he does that because of keeping it old school, huh?
I have an idea. Keeping in mind, this might be a little bit fine print and what have you. Spanish. Ela que salvó mi vida y mi corazón.
Of course. I will make sure to have you write that down for me before we finish the final ring.
Does she look like she understood that?
Not at all.
I'll translate it into English.
And what does it translate to?
Honestly, like say, my pronunciation was probably horrible, but so I used Google Translate. The English is "She who saves my life and my heart."
Awesome.
And I just realized how utterly on point the latter part was.
I mean, yeah. Okay.
You know what? We're going to change the last word.
I don't think you should.
Really?
No, yeah.
Nah, you're probably right.
That's
probably right.
Perfectly on point.
I mean, it'll be a nice little inside joke for us.
The two of you sit down at the table, and she heads to the back. She comes out of the back a moment later, carrying a incredibly expensive and antique-looking tea set on a tray.
Oh, wow.
And puts a cup before each of you, pours the tea for both of you, leaves the tea on the table, bows deeply, and says, I will go and see to those specifications. She pulls out a small tablet, hands it to Grouch and says, could you please enter what you wished for the inscription?
And I do so. And hand it back, both hands, as, well, it is more Japanese and Korean as well. But yeah, hand it back both hands accordingly.
She takes it back, nods again, walks off to the back, leaving the two of you alone with your tea.
So, I got a question for you.
Sure.
How does a big softy like you get the name Grouch?
Because of my given name, actually. You may be too young for this, but do you remember a really old children's educational serial called Sesame Street? At all?
I mean, yeah. Wait, are you saying your name's Oscar?
Point to the boss. That is, in fact, my name. I am called Oscar. Well, no, I'm not called Oscar anymore. Because that's just not nearly as funny. I mean, let's face it. Hey, come on, let's face it. Grouch is kind of funny because I'm not.
I mean, I suppose if it's, I guess that makes sense. Not to, I hope that's not me dead naming you, but...
Good Lord, no. At least I hope not.
Sesame Street's actually still on, sort of, I think.
Yeah, we can go with that.
It's very different now. Cut to the virus that goes to the new Sesame Street animatronics, and we get a FNAF Cyberpunk game.
Good Lord.
No.
That was our encounter Sunday.
Oscar the freak. Oh, jeez. Anyway.
If you want crazy animatronic cybercycles, I got you. Just give me the word, I got you.
Take you sooner for the day.
I don't know.
After
That's...
sorry, keep going.
Oh, just just be like, that's actually surprisingly really cute.
Crouch just gets a goofy grin on his face. So I wouldn't be nearly as much fun as if I was actually grouchy.
After a few moments, she returns but is not carrying a tray of jewelry. What she is carrying is a pair of brain dance headsets.
Oh.
And again, on a very beautiful cushioned tray.
Sure.
And she sets them down on the table, and she says, would you allow me a moment to properly attune the software for you?
No, of course.
Sure.
And as the two of you are sitting there drinking your tea, she puts the headsets on. And both of you have worn brain dance equipment before. Grouch years ago in the military for briefings.
Mm.
And Neon has worn a couple different training sets, basically, in order to be able to properly tune your recording equipment that you have.
I mean, I have a brain dance recorder on me, like installed. So
Yeah. In order to
And
in order to
audio
properly
recorder.
tune those and make sure that the recordings were working, you had worn a set that was that the doc had in order to get it in. Grouch, the set you remember wearing smelled kind of like an onion sandwich.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, I'm pretty certain the tech has improved since then.
and the one that Neon had worn was very sanitary, but also like literally the metal was cold. As she puts these on, they are feather light. You're almost unaware that you're wearing something, and more just aware of someone gently touching your scalp as they are making sure that everything is set properly. And then when the software flashes up into existence, you will see just the smallest emitter on the arm below the eye.
Right.
So it's operating with pinpoint accuracy.
Y'all are braver than I am.
Yeah, I think. I mean, it's a rando, but it's a corporal rando.
That makes it better? Tell me, Corporal Rhino makes it better. Tell me.
Yeah,
Love
I
you.
mean, they do have a bit of a rep to maintain.
it's a fan.
That's
Hey,
also
I'm
true.
teasing, I'm teasing.
No, look you.
And as
Exactly. It's a fan. She's gonna clone your brain and then put it in a sex doll back home. You don't know what they're gonna do. Some fans are weird people.
Jubilee XPD, top tier, cream.
Jeez.
everything gets
Let me get the
everything
counts
gets
in here.
set up, and then as the brain dance software cues on, there is not the sharp, sudden, bright flash of light to drop you into the BD that you are used to.
Right.
Instead, there is a soft, gentle, warm light that just kind of causes your vision to fade. And you hear a gentle breeze and the sound of ocean waves. And you smell a fresh spring breeze from somewhere where the air does not at all taste the way it does in Night City. It reminds you to some extent of traveling up the coast through Mexico many, many decades ago, except that the water appears to be to your east, not to your west, based on the sun position. And the coastline is not shaped like anything that you would remember. You are outside of a open-walled pagoda, which I know is not a pagoda, but I can't remember the correct word. At the moment, please, somebody, leave it in the comments. And in your mind, in the BD, and this is for both of you, you walk into this pagoda. In the center of it, there is a white and gold marbled pedestal. On that pedestal, there is a blue velvet cushion with a sterling silver dome over top of it.
Wow.
You step forward, and both of you, and it's not your hand, obviously, it's the one that is programmed in, which, by the way, the hand that reaches forward is a right hand. Gender indeterminate in that it is a fairly small and supple hand and arm, but it's impossible to know for sure. And it reaches for a handle in the top of the silver dome. As it removes it, you see 3 rings laying on that cushion. The first ring looks like this: a brilliant blue sapphire with additional stones and carving resembling leaves or petals branching out from around it to a simple silver band. You are both currently holding, in your own versions, you're currently holding and examining the ring. Now, you can hear what is happening in the store. So
Right.
the two of you can speak to each other if you wish. Even though for neither of you, the other is currently in the building. You are the only one in the building.
Right.
But you are aware that this is a brain dance and thus is a illusory reality.
Sure.
no matter how real it smells and sounds and feels. So you can talk to each other as if you were both in the same room because you in fact know that you are.
Right.
Neon just kind of just looking like, oh, pretty. Wow.
Well, I did say elegance, and that is... My goodness. Go to the second one now. Or as the... Let the BD continue to play here.
Okay. And then the other two are a matched set. Assume that it is silver, not gold, for purposes of the actual jewelry that you're looking at.
Copy.
But I couldn't find that picture. And on the wedding band, you see the man's ring that's on the left, and then the ring that is in the middle in this image.
So at this point, I am actually going to speak, and this would be to both Neon and our guide, if you will. So the one on my left is the engagement ring, and then the center and the right are the wedding bands.
That is correct. The reason that these would all be created as a set, even though you have expressed an interest not for them to be worn as such, is the stones will all be cut and treated at the same time to make sure that they have a matching brilliance and luster.
Continuity.
Yes.
That's again something I hadn't considered.
The men's wedding, the engagement band has a royal blue, a Montana sapphire, which has been heat tested and properly refined by our master craftsmen in Kyoto. The wedding band for the men's maintains a blue sapphire and a white sapphire from the same mine and collection as the engagement band, as well as the women's wedding band has a blue sapphire and a trailing 3 white sapphires on either side of the band.
Fascinating.
I again asked this directly of the guide. Your design?
Oh, I am not the I am not the craftsman. We have several master jewelers who it would be a disservice for them to be in a retail environment such as this.
Mm-hmm. Having said, I suspect you made a suggestion.
There are certain patterns and designs which we use, and then they are... Oh, and also, you can see the inscription you had asked for also inside of the women's band.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
These designs are based on ones used by our master craftsmen, and the computer system has fabricated this reality so that you can see and experience a simulation of the rings in question. These brain dances, these are custom crafted for the experience of the individual client.
I have to ask, what kind of pricing are we looking at for the set?
Which one of you is seated facing further into...
Morgoth Wizard has purchased 10 packs.
Which one of you is seated facing further into the store, and which one of you is seated facing out towards the rest of the mall?
I am probably faced towards the mall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then Grouch.
Mm.
Give me a awareness notice roll.
Okay.
No, wrong game. But yeah, you know what I asked for. Oh no, it's the right game. Yay, I don't have to drink.
You got the right one. And you know what? I'm going to spend some dice on that and give myself a 1.
Nice.
Because just in case.
20 is good. 20 is
There we go. Yep, 20 is good. Mm-hmm.
Also, give me a cybertech roll.
Okay. 15 on the CT roll. I guess 16 on the cybertech roll.
Okay. You see the individual that you had met in the elevator
Oh.
is actually not right outside the store, but like this floor is not a complete floor. It has a an opening in the middle of the walkway where you can see the floors below in the mall.
Okay.
And then the far side beyond that, where there is another walkway, is where he is. So he is a distance away, but standing somewhere where he has a clean line of sight into the jewelry store. You see that he has in his hand an incredibly expensive cyberphone and is texting on it. Meanwhile, you can't see what it is because of the way they work, but you can tell that her cyber eye has a Times Square marquee, which is currently scrolling text for her to read on the eye.
Mm-hmm. So I see that, and I make a little bit of a connection. Unless I'm entirely mistaken, the gentleman who's currently communicating with you guided us here when we were in the elevator.
Both of you give me a human perception roll. Grouch will...
Yeah, I'll spend one on that as well.
Okay. Grouch will notice that she flushes a little bit.
No, I won't.
Is it on cooldown?
It's on cooldown.
Screw you.
That's okay. I've got these instead. Hang on.
I got you.
There. No, I already got it. I got the card. We're good.
I already spent it. Take it.
Oh,
Well, now you got a +2.
oh, either way.
All right.
Oh,
So
he beat me to it. Okay. Hmm.
she blushes a little bit. And she says, my apologies. They are a long-standing customer, and they just wanted to make sure that I was aware that you were a associate of theirs, and that I should make sure to extend you every possible courtesy while you were shopping within our store.
And I will respond very quietly. When it is convenient for you to do so, please tell them that you have. I appreciate the efforts you are going to.
And she bows deeply.
And now, back to the original question. I gave the artistry and whatnot is fantastic. What am I looking at for as far as costs, as far as down, as far as time?
It is, for obvious reasons, it would be important for you to have the engagement ring available first. We can have the engagement ring available and delivered to you in probably 5 days. It can be rushed faster than that if you wish, but 5 days would be a standard turnaround time. The paired wedding bands will take some more time, but obviously you would have more time before they are necessary. Those would be able to be delivered in probably 60 days.
Okay. And remuneration? Sorry, I'm
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I beg your pardon. I'm trying to speak elegantly here, and I'm not just too old for this.
You're doing fine. I'm the one that needs to quickly find a page.
No, I'm saying this to our guide in this.
Oh, I would not be. I would not be concerned with that. I believe you are doing exceptionally well, sir.
Obvious perks for working for a celebrity. Just saying.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
You know it says.
The set of all three, properly finished, polished, and delivered. The settings, wood and stones would have a lifetime guarantee. The cost for the set of 3 rings would be 6,000 euros. The which would be we can begin doing the work for 25%, which would be 1,500 euros as a down payment, and then the rest to be received by digital transaction when the wedding bands are prepared to be shipped.
So, to make sure I have this clear, 1,500 deposit.
Correct.
I would receive the engagement ring. The balance would be due when the wedding bands are prepared for shipment,
That is correct.
which we said was roughly 60 days.
Correct.
Doing some math in my head real quick. I get my digital wallet out. Set up for transfer.
Okay.
Please ask your artisans to begin, and I will transfer 1,500 euros for the process.
Okay. You hit the button, transferring it to the store. As you are in the location, when you pull up, when you pull up your DigiWallet, the first possible the first possible location for a transaction shows up as the store you are in, which you then hit, and then you transfer the $1,500. As soon as that exits, you see that she gets another marquee scan.
Sure.
And she says, of course, I will make sure that they begin immediately. And then she begins taking the 2 brain dance headsets off of you, puts them back onto that cushion, bows, and then walks into the back.
Okay. You stay here just in case for a couple of minutes, just to see if there's anything that needs to be dealt with, and so forth. You never know. She might want to come back and get an autograph. I don't know.
Actually, she comes back out a moment later and collects the tea. And while doing so, collecting the tea cat, the teapot, and the glasses and everything back onto the tray. Her hand, as she is reaching for the for Neon's teacup, her hand impressively gently brushes against the outside of Neon's hand as she's reaching for it, at which point she goes, oh, my apologies.
You're okay.
Thank you.
Grouch is, as we were sitting on opposite sides, Neon actually sees Grouch just grin. This is hilarious to me. So good, though.
Yeah. She takes the tea.
What? I just look at Grouch. What?
Not a thing. Not a thing. Nope, not a thing.
She takes the tea away, comes back out again, and goes, looking more at Neon than at Grouch. Is there anything else that the two of you were looking for this afternoon or this morning?
I don't have anything I need to. I think we got what we're looking for, right?
My business is concluded. My business is concluded, but I don't know if you wanted to look at anything. I mean, remember, I'm still your employee, so.
I don't have I don't have any use for any jewelry right now. I mean, much as I love the stuff, I don't know.
I mean, you are a phenomenal star. You should have, you should have jewelry properly approaching your station.
Station? I mean, I don't know really about that, but I mean, I just kind of flexes her mechanical arm and stuff. Like, this is most of the jewelry and bedazzlement I need.
Might I suggest, for more formal occasions, a nice way to offset that would be a bracelet for your other arm, one that would be made of either a chrome or polished silver, so that the metals did not contrast, and perhaps a few stones of equally balanced hues that would reflect the colors that you have chosen to adorn the arm with.
I mean, that could be cool. Like, what do you suggest? Yes, we love it.
Wait here, hold on, and I will get a tester for sizing for you from the back. And she gets up and walks to the back. Walks back out a minute later, carrying a absolutely beautiful sterling silver bracelet, which has 6 stones set in it, in kind of in a line, which would be across the back of the arm.
Mm-hmm.
And she puts the bracelet on your wrist for you in a exceptionally soft manner. And she says, obviously the stones would be changed in order and in color, so that they could properly reflect in a 5-stone setting. I just don't have one of those available for testing in the back, but it could be a 5-stone setting, a clear stone in the middle, 2 rose-colored stones adjacent to that, and then 2 softer blue stones to the outside.
That could be really cute. Like, sort of like a... Yeah, I guess it could be like a trans flag kind of thing.
Exactly. It would allow you to continue to represent as well as you do while you're on stage. When you are in more high society situations, which with the shows that you have been putting on recently, I can't expect that you won't see that it will be very long before you will be seeing such situations.
Well, thanks. I mean, hopefully not, hopefully, maybe. But, yeah. That could be, how much would that be?
I we can I can have work begin on it, and it can be ready for you in probably a few days, and it would be looking at probably 250 euros. The sterling silver is not terribly expensive, and the 5 stone setting in a bracelet does not require nearly the difficulty that it does for a ring, so the settings themselves are not as expensive.
Oh, that's not too bad. Sure. You know what? Fine. You convinced me.
Excellent.
You have a good eye for this.
Thank you. And she takes the bracelet back off of your wrist, walks to the back, and as she's walking out forward again, she says, "For a purchase such as this, we do not require a down payment, so you can make payment when you are ready to receive delivery."
I can just pay for it now if you would like.
Oh, okay, we can do that as well. Yes. And after you finish paying for it, she then hands you both a business card for for
Is it 250, right?
Yep. Hands you both a business card for the store. Grouch, the business card that you receive, it is a digital card. It has a beautifully watercolor painted but still moving seascape in the background, with falling left to right cherry blossom petals across the shot, and alternating back and forth between Japanese and English.
Oh, look at the embossment on this.
Right?
I mean, seriously though.
Alternating back and forth between Japanese and English is, it says Noburo, which it says the same in both.
Right.
And then underneath that it says Fine Custom Jewelers. And then has the phone number and the net location number.
Right.
On the card.
Right.
Neon's card is identical in every way on the front. And on the
All right, here we go.
And on the back also says has a passage that says, if you require any further assistance in the future, please do not hesitate to call me. And then has says Himiko Yuno, and has another phone number.
I mean, dude, that's brilliant. And I said I was getting Kyushu vibes off all of this earlier. I swear, I feel like if I turned the volume up on this business card a little bit, I would hear the drums of Kodo, in which case, not Kyushu, it would be Sato. Oh, God. That's fantastic.
Oh, you do personal inquiries?
For select clientele.
Oh, okay. Well, if I have any problems with the fit, I'll let you know.
Thank you. And the two of you walk out.
Yep.
Okay.
I walked into a Clueless competition, but Neon was there, so I started crying.
Bacon, as you're leaving the jewelry store, you quickly scan the area, and the gentleman that you saw before, you don't see.
He's never around.
Yeah, he has apparently already skipped town.
Yeah. Well.
Wow, they're nice.
Very, very. Yeah, you saw the same thing I did in that BD, right?
What?
I mean, I'm talking about the rings.
Yeah, I saw the rings. Yeah.
I mean, sure, I went a little over budget.
I mean, it's just.
I think I'm okay with that.
It's an extra 500. Just an extra 500 euros. I'm sure X1 can win that overnight back at the casino.
Pretty much, yeah. Now I've got to come up with the other. I saw that. I mean, now I got to come up with so I've got to come up with the 45, but I have 60 days to do that. And she could always say, "No, you idiot! What do I want it to do with you, your client?"
Oh, she wouldn't say no to you.
Well, I hope not. That's a bit.
Besides, what? You've already been together for like
3
ever?
years. Going on
right,
4
3 years.
Yeah.
I thought that was long. Yeah, I mean, I doubt.
It's going on.
Yeah.
It's going on 4 years. Yeah. Honestly, as mentioned, I'm old school, so.
How'd you two meet anyway?
Oh, good lord. Well,
She used to run with you wherever you're an old nomad tribe.
we were. It was on a job, and I got stupid, and I got shot through the leg, and she patched up my leg, and it just kind of. Hi, how you doing? And we went on a couple of dates, and then we just didn't stop going on dates, and it just kept going. It kind of snowballed.
I mean, that's how it happens sometimes. You find the right person in the weirdest circumstances.
Yeah, that's true. The thing of it is, well, do you know what? No, I don't know, and I'm not going to question it. All I know is I'm going to keep her around for all sorts of reasons, but frankly, the most important is she's the, like I said, she saved my life and my heart. She's the reason I'm around.
I'm sure she'll be a great stepmom for the rest of us.
I mean, yeah, you guys need parents to keep you guys in herd, sure.
I mean, hell, the only reason why I even like Thorn and I are a thing is because someone stood me up on a date, and I kind of called them up and were like, "Hey, I'm kind of alone and don't have anything to do," and they're just like, "Oh, okay." And I figured I'd just hang out with them, and then they come out here all looking like the most femme-looking, pretty thing I've ever seen, and they didn't even do that, and then I just kind of went on from there.
Going. Yeah.
I didn't even know they could do that. It's like a shapeshifter.
Well. Oh, speaking of which, about time we it's about time we went and recovered your other half, isn't it?
Yeah, I have some stuff to talk to them about too, but we should definitely check them out and see how they're doing.
Yeah, we better. Let's go ahead and get that set up, and I look at the clocking the V and it's 11:50, and I'm like, oh, fuck.
Both of you, please roll me a D6.
A D6. Have a D6. Pair of fours.
Aww. I was hoping for something terrible.
Sure.
You know what? I'm going to do it anyway. As you are having this conversation,
Johnny Silverhands shows up.
Johnny Silverhands,
I have to say it every time. It's fun.
At some point, he's going to show up.
and it'll be
I know.
all your fault.
And you'll never see it coming because I'll keep saying it.
As you are having this conversation and you are slowly walking away from the jewelry store,
Sure.
a young, juvenile, preteen girl wearing a long coat and a bright yellow baseball cap turned backwards, who is on skate blades, kind of like bumps into you. As she skitters away on the skates, like kind of bouncing off of you, she's like, "Oh,
I immediately
sorry,
trip
Gramps."
her and look for my wallet.
Okay, so just to make sure I understand this right, the 60-year-old man is going to assault an 8 or 9-year-old girl in the middle of a mall.
Yes,
Just
because if he
pick
doesn't,
me.
I will remotely.
All right.
Crap, what the fuck?
I mean, Siri, come on. Deuce!
Give me.
How bloody obvious is that? No.
It is that obvious. Sometimes life is that obvious. Give me a martial arts or brawling roll, I guess.
It's the 7-year-old.
Yep, that'll be the trilly foot.
That'll do it.
Kick
I
that kid's
had a
ass.
card ready for you, but no, that'll do to do it.
So a 20 all told.
Plant her face in the asphalt.
No. She's only 9.
She
But I
bumped into
sure
the
as hell
wrong
making
old
sure
man.
she didn't get where's my damn wallet.
Flip her like a fucking carousel.
Fear the chocolate, spoil the child.
Goes bacon.
Fuck them kids. Grouch Quine 2015.
Get off my lawn.
How did you get off my wallet?
So, just for clarity,
Mm-hmm.
not brandishing the pistol in the Molotov cocktail. That is the 9-year-old girl that you are about to. What did you roll, by the way?
20 all told.
Okay.
The exploding 10 and all. Morgoth, I really hope that you're deliberately muted.
Yeah, you do not. All right, you might want to hear it. No one else needs to hear what I have to say.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, I just saw it. Never mind. Oh, I just saw it. There's the count.
So, she critically fails her capoeira-based dodge roll.
Right.
So, as she starts to careen off of you, you like hook the plant leg and push with the other hand, and send her flying off of her skates, back cracking against the safety rail of the veranda of the mall. And then she just kind of like drops to the ground and just kind of like looks up at you. She's like, "What the hell, man?"
Oh my god.
Approach carefully. Lean down. Kid. Next time. And by the way, making sure I have the wallet. If it's there. If it's not there.
Are you checking you first or her first?
Me.
It's where you left it.
Oh, good. Having said, kid, next time, and I actually tell her specifically what she could have done to get away with it. She telegraphed. That's what happened. So you can use that the next time.
When he's talking, I just kind of check for mine as well.
Oh, yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
You telegraphed. And just like I did to Santiago when he was trying to hotwire things long time ago.
She just looks at you and goes, "Did I, old man? Are you sure?" And starts to try to scamper away, like on all fours, and trying to get back to her skates, get onto her skates. What do you do?
I'm losing my shit back here. Never mind. I'm gonna keep quiet. I'm not here.
Well, I wouldn't have come in here with a weapon. They would have come on
reasonable.
Absolutely nuts with me. All right. And she's trying to scamper. I'm going to put another foot down. Put another foot down. I'm going to just sit her back down and say, "Okay, what did you get?"
I didn't take anything.
In which case, she planted something.
Steal your heart.
No, don't even say. In which case, you planted something. Yet, you're a better skater than this. What are you after?
And she starts yelling, "Ouch, you're hurting me!" What do you do?
Pick her up and throw her down 4 floors. No.
I would not recommend that, though.
Like, whoa!
I'm tempted at this point.
Oh, that's why they call you the Grouch.
Grouch goes side
Yeah,
by side
that's
going
why
on
they call me the
kicks.
Grouch.
Both of you, hold on. Look, kid, what's your name?
Julie?
Julie. I don't know what you're doing or what you're into, but if you did something to hurt my friend, that's
He's the one that hurt me. And she's pretty much yelling, "He's the one that hurt me. He pushed me into the barricade, and then I tried to get up, and he wouldn't let me leave."
At this point, although I'm still not letting her leave, I'm going through my pockets. I'm looking if something was planted or if something was taken.
Nope.
No,
and everything. No. You're fine.
I'm fine? Okay. Take a look at the skates. Are the skates decent?
They are definitely well worn and well used.
Crouch.
Is this the kind of hold up? You know what? I'm the guy. If I was wrong, I was wrong. It looks like I was wrong. I look over this. Are these wheels potentially replaceable, or does she need to get new boards?
No, the wheels can be replaced.
Wheels can be replaced?
Yeah.
How much did you pay for those skates, kid?
Like €20 bucks.
I could say. And at this point, I help her up.
Okay.
Still making sure she's not trying to get anything from me.
Okay.
You got a stick, kid?
What? A what?
Red stick? Digital wallet, anything like that?
Yeah.
Bring it up. Go ahead, bring it up.
Are you trying to rob me?
Please, rob her.
I'm not the Netrunner, kid. Go ahead, bring it up.
And she just kind of hands it to you.
No, you hang on to it. And I flip her over €20.
Okay.
Go replace the wheels. Put it back.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure she's up.
Uh-huh.
And walk.
And she just sprints. Full speed away.
As Garage is doing all that stuff, and can I examine the area to make sure that there's not like any specific person who's watching us?
Sure. Give me either awareness notice or human perception. Oh, look at that. Great time for a crit.
Mm-hmm.
You see maybe 20, 25 feet away. There is a kid wearing headphones and like goggle style sunglasses, which is, popular with young kids these days, even though they look stupid in your opinion.
The cool glasses on that kid.
That appears to be watching in your direction. But what you notice is those glasses are glasses designed to record audio video inputs.
I just kind of tap Grouch and go, I think this is a two-pronged thing. I think the other kid just recorded you throwing that kid into the wall. I kind of point over to the kid with the goggles, or like just kind of nudge the kid with the goggles.
Mm-hmm.
Which means he
points about to me?
Yeah.
It's kind of, I kind of nudge my head toward not trying to not look suspicious, and just kind of, which also means that I'm now being recorded with a friend throwing a kid into a wall. Just saying.
And I swerve right in the kid's direction.
He is 25 feet away and on skates.
Rush him anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, all the while saying, enjoying the show.
Wrong. Okay.
This is where we need Krampus.
No.
Yeah, this is where we need Thorn or Krampus, because they're both fast as fuck.
Well, you don't need what was just played. That's for damn sure. Why don't you Grouch, give me a initiative roll.
Oh, crap.
And you didn't want X1 to come along for the show. Nice.
Because I don't have the kids card ready yet. I'm just gonna
You're going to let me do this? It's not
Were
letting
you
me.
apprehensive to beat up the kid? I would have beaten up both of them for you.
It should now.
There we go.
Start running the bozos suddenly.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. How far can Grouch move?
I think we said. Well, we've been working in meters, not feet.
15 meters. You can, if you sprint after the kid, you can most definitely clear the distance before he has a chance to act, because you beat him for initiative.
Yep. Well, that's what I'm going to do. Like I say, sprint right at him all the while saying, pretty loudly, enjoying the show, you scamming little shit. And I make that very clear.
Okay. Okay. So, to clarify, the kid got a plus 10 for his initiative.
Right.
Followed by a bad timing being played to make the kid go last. So in case anybody's wondering why their card didn't have an effect, it did, but so did another one. Okay. So, in a rather unexpected turn of events,
What the actual heck is going on?
Grouch sprints towards the kid. The kid, seeing Grouch running towards him, while still recording video, tries to turn and run away. Grouch grabs him, spins him around, and secures him face to face, kind of holding him up. What do you do or say next?
Pull the goggles off him.
Okay. You reach up and grab for the goggles. As you do...
This is where Grouch dies.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking here.
I mean, it's not guaranteed that that's going to happen.
That was a bomb.
Just checking. We did put our disclaimer at the start of this episode, right?
We did.
Yeah, today we got it.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that we, in fact, had a disclaimer at the beginning of this episode for trigger warning purposes. Because, Grouch, you grab the kid, wheel him around, reach for the goggles, and as you do...
Damn it, Morgoth.
This one actually wasn't Morgoth, but it's still absolutely...
I made it worse. Don't get me wrong.
Absolutely funny as fuck.
Oh, God.
Okay. As you do, Neon sees the 7-year-old boy that you are holding roughly like hand clamped into his shoulder as you're ripping the goggles off his head. Explodes covering Grouch with blood.
Oh.
Is Grouch currently wearing his armor? Or would he not be wearing his armor because he was taking a nice gentle trip to the mall with his friend and employer?
He would not be wearing his armor.
Okay. So,
look,
hold on.
It's the truth. He wouldn't be wearing his armor.
Anybody have a fumble card they want to play on one of these?
Grouch, even if you're not wearing your armor, you are at least wearing your leathers. So I will give you that.
Okay.
And also your body type modifier is 2. Grouch is... Okay. You're holding this kid. It's little snot-nosed Brett that was just recording you and your boss and playing an angle. And as you grab for the goggles, you...
If he is firing through the kid, does the kid count as armor?
Wait for it. Grouch, I need you to make me a cool check because you're about to have some PTSD.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a 13.
Okay.
Does he want to score higher or lower?
Higher.
Okay, +1 for you.
Okay.
+1.
Grouch.
Chat, start laying on the +1.
Only 2 can be played at most. And let's see here.
Well, you got 2 now. And that changed from 13 to 15, so, you know, that might be a DC changing thing.
Yeah.
As you do, you hear a 3-round burst from an assault rifle.
Yeah.
The kid's
Mobio has
face
purchased 10 packs.
goes blank and slightly gray as the entire front of your outfit is sprayed with blood.
Lovely.
2 of the bullets rip through the kid, and you are seriously wounded.
I saw that.
That is after the 3 bullets hit the kid in the back of the chest and went through him and along with some of his internal organs hitting you. It is at this moment that Neon... Okay, I'm glad that the Feel Better was played on Grouch, because guess not what's not going to work on the kid. So that is 1 less wound for Grouch. As this happens, Neon hears everyone screaming and sees a number of mall rent-a-cops running forward carrying like batons. And you see on the other side of this floor of the mall a cyber psycho.
You know,
at this point, I feel I now need an initiative roll from Neon.
Playing a Yoda for Neon.
This is when we turn and run. This is when we let the cops do it.
Okay, Neon, perfect timing you have.
Yeah.
And you were going first anyway. Okay, Grouch.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, you are not in a mall in Little Japan in Night City.
Yeah.
You are on the long walk, and this child that was in front of you, this little snot-nosed brat in the mall that was recording you, isn't a snot-nosed brat in the mall that was recording you. And is Hakeem Gallo, one of the children of one of the operators.
Oh no!
That was attacked when your camp was raided while you guys were on your way back. And you see Joaquim's face in front of you for a split second, and then you shake it loose, mostly because you hear Neon shout at you.
Shit! Gross!
What?
And you snap to, and you see a dozen mall security heading over to a cyber psycho with a assault rifle as he just starts spraying into the crowd.
Nope. Gone. Getting the hell out of here. Nope. Forget it.
I'm glad you all understand that this is none of our fucking business.
Goddamn not. I do not have the kit. I do not have my armor on. That has already been proven. Fuck that noise. I'm out.
Okay.
Mogwai wants me dead.
I'm going to shoot at the Cyber Psycho as we're running. I want to take a quick shot and then like follow Grouch kind of thing.
Okay.
Just because he is mowing down with people who are obviously way out of their league right now, and I at least want to wound it so that maybe they have a chance.
All right. Did I get your new pistol on there yet?
Yeah, I don't have my new thing.
All right. Let me make the new thing. Hold on.
I know my new thing can penetrate a decent amount of armor.
Yes, your new thing definitely works differently. Let me see if I can do it this way.
That is savage.
Yeah. That's why I like them. Accuracy 2. Concealability.
Wait, what is pick being?
It means that they're going to target you.
It means that they get to decide who is aimed at, and they said Neon. But we have to get there for a second. It's fine. Let me finish what I'm doing before I before we have to deal with any of that. Pistol type, attack type.
I'm gonna say, Neon's not designed for open combat, right?
It's gonna be fine.
Well, somebody else played a mysterious stranger to protect you, so I mean, it might work in tandem very well.
There's a whole lot going on right now. I'm catching bits and pieces of it. Uh, um, okay. You should now have a working entry for the stinger. So let's find out. All right, Jesus Christ. Let me... Don't need to worry about
This
those.
is why we're still in January.
This is exactly why we're still in January. All right. So first, everybody, which is to say the two of you, both take 1 wound for fatigue from all of this happening around you so fast. And Neon, I'm just gonna pull this Cyber Psycho model over to you, and you, if you want to try, please try to shoot him with the stinger.
Lightning.
It shouldn't be lightninging inside a ball.
Is this does this count for the crit? Someone played.
Roll your dice first, and then we'll add the crit as appropriately. I just want to make sure the dice roll. This is my first time building a custom card.
Well, I'm aiming for the head. Crit 1 is going to the head.
Okay. You see... All right, y'all can stop playing cards a minute so I can describe what happens. You see...
You need to add a cooldown or something.
You see...
Add more to the stinger shot because, yeah.
Neon, give me another 1d6. Give me another 2d6, actually. Okay.
Nice.
You see Neon as Grouch goes to grab Neon, pull her down, and start running away from what's happening.
And I'm sorry, I'll pay for the dry cleaners later.
You see Neon grab under her jacket, pull up Stinger, the custom Gauss pistol that the Reaper had carried.
Just so everyone knows, the gun is named Marsha because it throws rocks at cops.
And aims back over Grouch's shoulder as he's pulling her away and fires. Pew, pew. And you hear 2 magnetic whines as solid iron slugs, not soft lead, solid iron slugs, accelerate out of the barrel of the pistol. One catching the Cyber Psycho in the right arm. The bullet goes through the arm, and you see through the heavily armored jacket that he's currently wearing. You see a small entry wound where the bullet goes in, followed by a sudden expanding of the arm as the bones of the upper arm are shattered. And the bullet pierce out the back of the armor, striking the wall. The second shot has a very similar effect. However, it hits him in the head. The bullet strikes under the eye. The back of the skull erupts as the steel-plated skull is blown through. The iron shot striking the brick wall of striking the steel-plated wall of the polished stainless steel of the wall of the store on the other side of the mall. And you see a bullet hole into the polished stainless steel wall. At which point you lose track of where the bullet goes further into the building. And the cyber psycho kind of wobbles in place for a second as what's left of his neural processor attempts to make sure that he maintains his balance before it simply fails, not being able to control the joints, and he just tips over to the side, spraying bullets upward and away as he collapses to the ground.
I just want one day where I have to kill a guy.
Well, maybe if Crouch didn't assault kids, that would have happened.
Blow me, you. Anyway.
When your headshot sounds like a pinball machine. Yeah, pretty much.
I mean,
Multi-ball, motherfucker.
The rent-a-cops are running up to where the body is, no longer going to lose at least 2/3 of their number trying to get to him, but trying to make sure that he's down, not that there's anything left to double tap, and then pulling the weapon away from him and making sure that the scene is secured. What do the two of you do?
I just kind of like look and like as Grouch like pulls me away, I kind of follow for a bit, and then hear the sound of the gun kind of stop, just kind of peek over and see that the guy's down, and you just kind of hear, Grouch, I think I got him. I think I got him. Shit.
let's go now, please.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay. You guys
Now, hey, if that wasn't the only kid recording, now it's a recording of Neon saving a bunch of people from a cyber psycho. So
Yeah.
good on them.
Yeah.
You make it down to the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
As you are heading towards the Hummer.
Mm-hmm. The V.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of you please give me a awareness notice check.
Here we go again.
Both of us?
Yeah. Nice rolls.
And I'll throw dice to make mine a 20 as well.
Okay. As you are...
There you go.
As you make it to the vehicle, you hear from a short distance away, on the same floor of the parking garage, Oh, boy, somebody broke your toy already. And then you just hear somebody else just Back in my day, cyber psychos could take at least 2 or 3 shots to the face before they fell over dead. What's wrong with these kids today?
I look around. Now what?
The two of you look over, and you see, gathered around an ice cream truck, there are about a dozen bozos.
Mm-hmm.
One of them holding an RC car controller with a video screen attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
And standing over his shoulder is a 8-foot tall monstrosity of a person.
Mm-hmm.
With a 9-color beard, shaved head. The entire thing is perma-skinned white.
Mm-hmm.
Neon, no relation. Alternating colored clown makeup. Wearing green and yellow and orange and blue camo fatigues from the waist down. A double-strapped bandolier is the only thing on his chest.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a double-strapped bandolier designed to hold shotgun shells. But it isn't holding shotgun shells. It is holding 48 syringes. And he just, one hand palms the clown with the controller, picks him up to turn him around, grabs the controller with the other hand, drops the kid, and slams the controller into the ground, shattering it.
Okay.
Is his head on fire? I was gonna say.
Yeah, that was the next thing.
His head is not on fire, but he might be being played by Samoa Joe.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm in no mood for this shit. And I just walk towards my V. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm done. I've already had PTSD once go off. I'm unarmed. I do not have my armor on.
As you get into the Hummer,
Mm-hmm.
and start to drive away,
Uh-huh.
you hear absolutely nothing
Yep.
behind you.
Mm-hmm.
But you see,
Morgoth Wizard says, the next time you search at chest
you
slash
see
body slash,
a number
you
of
find
the
something
bozos
funny slash useless.
getting riddled with
Clown
bullets.
nose on the Hummer anti-Neo.
Oh, well, that's nice.
And as you kind of like adjust the rear view, trying to figure out what the hell is going on, you see a strike team of Juilliards attacking the bozos. 4 of the Juilliards in front, dressed in mime outfits with mime paint jobs, holding Uzis with silencers on them. And they're
Because of course.
and they're just going, and there's no sound coming from them at all, which is not how silencers work. Chat, yes, I know. You can stop typing. But these do, because mimes are using them. And the bozos are being shot with bullets out of completely silenced Uzis. As you see, as you're driving away, and you see the big, scary monstrosity of a man just ripping into his into the bandoliers, throwing like 7 or 8 syringes into the air, and then swatting them at the Juilliard mimes, and the mimes just getting hit by these thrown/batted syringes and dropping to the ground. And on that, we'll take our break.
Boy.
Excitement.
One big fucking game of this is none of our business. We're leaving.
Yeah.
So everybody get up, take a quick stretch. Bacon,
I may not come back. I'm wiped out.
Bacon's gonna squeegee his brain off of the floor, and we will see you all in a minute. Bye.
Oh, by the way, folks, your count is now 23.
I'm gonna have so much trouble editing this.
You're boned. Literally, the thing's gonna go up every 30 seconds. Oh, God.
Good. You? Oh, I'm doing just fine. I'm having a blast. I mean, technically, so is that kid, but you know.
I'm here, by the way. I'm just chilling.
No worries.
And for the rest of the night, the part of Grout will be played by a sleeping potato. Oh.
Morgoth, that's
my sense of humor. I have a really dark sense of humor.
oh, I love it.
Jeez.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, oh, my brains hurt so much right now.
Engagement is a big step. Stressful for everyone.
Wake the fuck up, samurai.
Oh, I'm awake.
I'm awake. How many of those have we got?
Really hurts.
Can we have some main plot, please?
Are you sure? It's not gonna make your day any better.
Wait, dear. Oh, Lord. Oh.
How many people are born in this city for it to make up for all the people that die every day?
A
Dude,
lot.
the populations in Night City are unreal.
And very, very fluid.
Yeah. Like,
Rabbits.
just has hundreds of thousands of people kind of thing. Like, it's just...
Oh, good God.
Okay.
Again, dystopian nightmare.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going shopping.
Apparently, fuck.
Don't go shopping in Night City.
Right. So I did a thing.
You did.
Apparently, I shouldn't have done that thing.
I mean,
Because
one
Uh.
does not preclude the other.
I mean, fair, but Strider's gonna flip and kill me when I get home, though.
There's gonna be a point.
That.
There's gonna be a point where, as we're driving away, Neon trying to keep it together is kind of just gonna have a breakdown in the car.
Oh.
Let's start there. That sounds like fun.
Oh. Great.
Like panic attack breakdown or crying breakdown?
Like crying kind of breakdown. And just kind of manic-y crying, kind of just bad kind of thing.
So my employer starts going off.
Mm-hmm.
I find a place to pull over.
Okay.
And I don't say a damn thing unless I am directly addressed. Because I am not qualified. The best I can do is make sure she doesn't suddenly lash out while I'm driving and kill us both. Because I suddenly go into an embankment or something.
There is that.
Yeah.
Just kind of hear Neon just start to just like, can't fucking. I just want to go out. I just want to do something normal for a change. I just want to go shopping. Just do something nice with a friend. Something, and this has to happen every single fucking time. Every fucking day this happens. This whole. I don't know. When does it ever stop? When does any of this ever fucking stop? I can't believe I'm saying it, but it feels safer back in prison. At least I knew what to expect. I do this all the time, and I try and we go out. I do things. I make these concerts, like stupid songs, and I made all these people happy, and then we leave, and then everything just starts going to hell. Everyone starts shooting each other. Everyone starts killing each other, and I'm just out here. I can't do a goddamn thing about it. I'm not changing anything. I'm not making this place better. It's just a distraction, like everything else. I don't know when this... Sorry, I shouldn't even be doing this. You're the one who got hit, not me.
I'm also the one that isn't going to be here as long as you.
I will get you a new heart, and you'll live a pretty long time, I'm sure.
Ugh. Deuce, really? Damn it, Deuce. Alright.
I don't know what to do. It's just a normal day. That's all I really ask. And the most normal day I've had just talking to people I can't even talk to you about. It's
Not my
supposed to
business.
be fun. This is supposed to just be a nice day out to get, because we haven't really had a chance to hang out much.
No,
I was looking forward to just being able to just talk to you and to hang out and just be people for once, not victims and targets and fighters. I have to keep this thing on me at all times. Stupid fucking gun.
of course. Then again,
I don't know how to do this. Is it getting worse? Was it the same when you were growing up, or is it...
some might say I never did. Pretty certain my father would, if he were around. Jackass. Let's say this, the long walk home was a bit more difficult. But nah. City life, especially here, Strider and I talked a little while ago about getting out of here and going back. But then things went pear-shaped and, money and everything else.
Maybe you should. Maybe that's the best thing for all of us. But
See, that's an important distinction. I know it's literally been like 3 weeks. But that's the point now. All of us. Not me and Strider. All of us. Because you, and Thorn, and Ariel, and Cherry, and Dex, and so forth, even Flippin' Tiger. You guys are family now. That shit's important to me. If there's a bussin', we're all getting the hell out of here.
this is the kind of thing I see. This is the kind of thing I... Am I dumb? Am I stupid? Is it naive of me to even want to do what I'm doing?
No.
Is it getting me
No.
anywhere?
Well, as for that, I wouldn't be able to answer. But wanting to do something to make things right? No. That is not stupid.
I keep holding this stupid hope, this stupid belief in people. But every time I think things are going well, it just gets shattered by another asshole, another gang, another people who don't give a shit. I just feel so fucking stupid. that life would be easier if I just joined the crowd. Yeah, I could do it, probably. I don't...
Yeah. Now, we've seen the crowd. Crowd is a bunch of zombies. That ain't you. And before we go and get Thorn and Ekis and that, I'm gonna need to ask you to do me another favor. Make sure Strider doesn't wring my neck because of the dry cleaning bill.
Yeah.
Miserably. At this point, Grouch tries to get Neon's hand and just squeeze. Very much a matter of, I am here.
He'll kind of more weakly squeeze back a bit and just...
Mm-hmm.
You can almost hear the servos in her arm in her other arm though clenching.
Yeah. Then try to, make the rest of the trip back. Flip.
Sometimes I feel like I've exchanged one cage for another.
It's a bigger cage, that's for certain. Let's go get the gang.
Probably see Thorn.
As you head towards Little Europe,
Mm-hmm.
and noon occurs, we cut to a broadcast. The two of you will hear this on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
3 hours later, noon occurs. Hey, that means in 3 hours we actually moved an hour and a half. That's good time for this crew.
I mean,
And the presidential inauguration begins. And Gerald Hastings, through great pomp and circumstance and fanfare, becomes president of the new United States of America. He approaches the podium for the swearing in, bringing with him a bright, shiny black briefcase that has a laser holographic logo of the NUSA flag on the side of it. The swearing in proceeds as normal, followed by a moment where the president normally gives a speech. At the moment for his speech, Gerald Hastings puts the briefcase on the podium. You hear a double magnetic click. The briefcase opens. My fellow Americans, for those who may have thought that I spoke too soon before, I have made sure to wait until such time as I was officially president of this great nation. I will, however, wait no longer, for I have a job to do which I have been sworn to by the great people of this nation. And he starts moving files out of the briefcase. I have with me a 21-step plan that we will enact immediately to rescue this country from the depravity that runs rampant in our streets. Women and children are no longer safe in this nation due to uncontrolled, unrestricted, and unprotected levels of cybernetic enhancement by certain corners of our population. These technological mongrels threaten our very way of life. But we shall make sure that that will occur no more. I have with me today executive orders to put our plan in motion, giving the Senate time to consider the options that I have laid before them, and allowing them to vote accordingly to join us in the reclamation of the United States. As he begins signing, as of today, there shall be a tariff placed on all cybernetic devices used for military or assault purposes, for installation into anyone not a member of the military or a police organization within the United States, of 80% of the cost of those cybernetics. This tariff will be used to add to law enforcement personnel and pay out death benefits to those whose lives are destroyed and families ruined by these very cybernetics. There will be additional categories that have lesser penalties. But know this: the people have spoken. They are tired of the fear and the demonology on our streets. These technological monsters will not take this country down. Every mayor of every state in the NUSA and every recognized publication will receive a copy of these decrees within the next hour. I expect that by tomorrow morning they will be religiously adhered to. The new United States of America will not live in fear. It is not for sale to overlords of mega corporations, and it will not bow down to these satanic powers that threaten our very streets. I have taken an oath to protect this country, and I shall do no less.
I'm genuinely shocked that the entirety of the stream didn't flip upside down with how quickly and simultaneously we all rolled our eyes at the word terrorist. All of us! I saw you three! As soon as the word tariff came out of his mouth, we were all like, oh, this guy.
I, in fact, had this planned months ago. It's not my fault that reality moves faster than me. I have my notes to prove it.
You predicted the future. You just didn't
damn it,
publish
I
it
hate
quick enough
doing
for everyone
that.
to believe you.
I need to stop.
Good job, Fatima.
Okay, hold it. So he's had this planned for a while. I'm going to say it again. Or anyway. Tariffs! Fucking really?
Yes, because I had to do something that is so economically stupid that no actual world leader would attempt it.
LOL.
No words.
And you dropped the
No
bomb.
words.
You've been saving that. You felt so proud, and then all of us were like, "Oh, brother!" The second you whipped it out.
I needed to do something too stupid for a world leader to do. So I had him have a briefcase full of executive orders on day one in the office that included dropping tariffs on leading industries in the country. I had 2 points. 2 points that were too stupid for a world leader to actually do. And I got beaten to them both.
I'm like tearing up laughing at this.
Do you have any idea, chat, how hard it is to be a speculative fiction writer in a world where reality is a worse plot line than what I could put down on paper believably.
Can somebody find that Onion article that's like Onion currently struggling to find news articles that are more ridiculous than anything happening right now?
There is a chat group with a whole bunch of spec-fic writers in it, and we're all like, do we just retire? Like, we can't write this. If we wrote this, people would think it was contrived and trite and badly plotted out.
Reality is speculative.
And if we try to write something, then it all parallels reality at this point. We just look like bad writers. Do we all just need to take a vacation for a while? We can't write worse horror. We can't write worse dystopia. Then what's actually happening? What
Somehow Night City seems like a nicer place to live than the current state. At least I'd have cool cybernetics.
Mm-hmm. Where's our flying cars?
I found the article, and I also realized that this article was from 2017, shortly after he got inaugurated the first time.
Yep. They have recently rerun it. The Onion likes rerunning certain articles. They have a quick list of articles that they rerun. That one is not normally on the quick list, but it
has to be now.
But it did get there twice. Okay.
So you want to go get X1 and Thorn out now?
So, Crouch, where are we going?
I guess we swing by to pick up X1 first, and then swing by to pick up Thorn. If X1 wants to be there to get the dog.
I'd better take a shower and change. Guess what? I'm going to put my armor on.
It's a good call.
Because screw that noise. Oh, and by the way, Deuce, can I have my big shiny new gun on my ticket?
I will make sure you have it on your card before you have to shoot someone. Probably another 8-year-old.
I never shot the 8-year-old.
You didn't have the gun
yet.
I just
tripped it. We gave the warning, right? I
don't know that there is a warning that you can give for making it allowable to shoot an 8-year-old. Just saying.
Look, you. Jeez. Anyway. Right. Where were we? Oh, yes. Oh, God. Anyway. Right, yes. Go take your shower. Put on the armor, because screw this noise.
Neon will go find like a mirror somewhere and kind of pull out like a little small makeup kind of like thing and just like fix some of her stuff up after crying and just make herself look a little bit pretty.
A mirror, you say?
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
So.
Oh, God.
As Neon starts to try to erase some of the stress of the day. You look at your face in the mirror. You see several reflections. You see who you were before you went to prison. You see who you were while you were in lockup. you see the person you swore to be when leaving. And you also see someone who has now, on 3 separate occasions, all for good reasons, shot someone in the head and killed them. What's going through Neon's mind?
She's retracing a lot of her beliefs and stuff. Neon is not a pacifist. Not in the she has never claimed to be one. She simply doesn't like to glorify what and would rather find other ways to do things. But if but what has to happen, she will do it. And she kind of just she is running through her mind that each time she has killed someone, it was for a good cause. It was in the protection of someone else, whether it was Cherry, Thorn, Crouch. These are the risks that come with edge running. And she is trying to accept that. She knows this and is making it, is trying to give it, knows that it's there's a mix between her trying to remind herself the gravity of the situation and also knowing it's part of the job.
Okay. So, I would like you to roll a d10 for me and roll below your empathy, which is currently an 8. If you pass, nothing happens. If you fail, your empathy falls by 1. And you're good. You snap back to reality as X1 walks into the room.
Órale, chumbata, ¿qué pasó ahí?
I just kind of jumped it. Hey,
¿Está bien? You good?
just putting myself together.
It's okay. You need a minute before we head out?
It's been a long day.
Yeah, I noticed you and Graf come in looking like you just put the helmet back.
Cyber Psycho.
Oh, shit.
I put him down.
Hey, gotta go. I mean, you don't look too thrilled about it, but I'm glad to see you two walking instead of a cyber psycho.
That Reaper gun's pretty good.
Oh, still works. Hell yeah. I kind of give Neon a pat, and I'm like, hey, listen, you're a tough one. Don't if you get tweaked out about this kind of thing, it just fucks with your head. I'm glad you're okay. Like truly, Grouch too. So you have one friend that's happy. Pat.
Yeah, he almost wasn't. This is just normal.
I mean, here, unfortunately, normality doesn't necessarily mean sane or good. So I'm not condoning this. It's shit. Don't get me wrong. But maybe it's nice city. Eh.
You never seem like you have bad days. Even when we found you tied up naked in the basement, you seem pretty happy.
I mean, for some people, that's a good day, don't shame.
Okay, imagine then seeing Grouch, a friend of mine from the Altogados. So tied up basement naked, and then seeing a chuma mine. Best day ever. It's ¿cómo se dice? Not silver lining, more like Okay, I read this book. It's the Buddhist. I saw this from a monk up in the circle, right? So this monk gives me this little book, circlet, and he talks about the lotus. And the lotus grows in a pond of shit, muck, a swamp, right? And yet the most beautiful flower apparently is supposed to grow from the shit. And so I'm like, okay, I can either be stuck in the shit or I can be the beautiful flower that blooms on top of it. And like, let me tell you what, there's a plenty of shit for fertilization here in Night City. It gives you and me more chances to be beautiful, huh?
Lotus, huh?
Hey, you read the same book.
Yeah. I'll try to be the Lotus then, I guess.
Hey, that would make a badass song.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, see, I got you, chica. Same.
Grouch comes around the corner. Much more cleaned up, much more armored.
Yeah, much more cleaned and still looking a bit worse for wear because holy crap.
Just use some soap and scrub away the bullet holes.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Sure.
I mean, he's lightly injured. I mean, you know, good thing he was wearing his, you know, a blade of kid vest.
Are you doing okay, Gav?
It's just some minor casualties.
I just kind of look over.
Oh, I wish I could clip that and save it, but I really shouldn't.
No, you really no.
Oh.
God damn it, Morgoth.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I have a super dark.
Seriously, brah.
that was great. That was great.
Oh God, no, it was absolutely horrible, but it was fantastic. Anyway.
Lo siento. Hey, so we're gonna go pick up Thorn, right?
Yeah. Yep. Thanks, Shiny.
Are you doing okay, Gotch?
Yeah, that's gone. There.
I'm sorry about earlier.
No. We all have them, and you're not wrong, honestly. Oh, really? Oh. Anyway. Well, I'm not going to try to jack in right now. That'd be a terrible idea. But I'm good to drive.
Okay.
Let's go get Thorn and the puppy.
Morgoth, what were you working on for the last 2 hours?
Programs.
Okay.
Finding ways to be more useful in and out of combat.
And
they really, really early worked for like the drone and other stuff we were talking about.
Give me I'm going to say programming roll.
Yeah. Program.
Tonight's night city headline: minor explosion at the parking lot of the mall.
And that's a critical success. Programming roll of a 27.
Yo. I will
with
take
a
it.
+1, so 28.
Hell yeah. Shit, that's like a really good program too.
That is. All right, so you all make it to do you drive down or do you all walk down? It's about... Oh, wait, no, we're not near Thorn's place. We're at Grouch's place. I assume you all drive.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you all drive over to Nevin Blackford's Ripper Dock shop. And as you come in, you see Nevin there, and he's like, "Hey, all right, everybody's here. Hey, let's time to go wake up Sleeping Beauty and see how everything turns out."
Mm-hmm.
So you head towards the back, and you see in the back there is a large cryo bed, and also a steel box that is roughly a steel cube-shaped box, roughly 3 feet on every side. He goes over, touches a couple buttons on the bed, and then you see everyone give me a awareness notice roll.
Okay. Pretty certain I see it.
I don't. I'm asleep.
Yes.
There you go.
I autopiloted did it, and I only realized after I clicked it, and I was like, oh wait, I wouldn't. And then I looked at the nat one, and I was like, yeah, there we go.
There we go. Okay.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
You all notice that as he is queuing in all of the buttons to start the resuscitation cycle, he also, in his right hand, picks up a small device with a single thumb button on it that is wired to the bed.
Okay.
And after about 60 seconds, Thorn will wake up. So, I need Sunburst to roll me 3d6 minus 2 The -2 being the benefit from using a Ripper Doc who is trained in this kind of equipment. And that will be the amount that the Super Sandevistan affects your humanity.
If I don't like the roll, can I use any fate points on it, or is it just going to be what it is?
If you don't like the roll, you may once use a fate point to re-roll all 3 dice.
Mm-hmm. And then I have to take whatever the new roll is?
Correct.
Okay. Come here, dicey. Ooh! That's not too shabby. I got a 3, a 3, and a 1. So 7 minus 2 that's 5 out of a 3d6. Damn, actually.
That's pretty good.
Okay. Would you like to spend a fate point and re-roll?
No.
Okay.
No, thank you.
Just had to check. All right.
No, let's just fuck myself up more. Fuck it. I need character development.
Leave him alone. Stop. I will walk over there and take the dice out of your hand.
I had 51 humanity to work with. I was over a half.
And now you have 46. You are under a half a person.
Nice crisp 5 empathy. It's about as high as I
Out
want
of
Thorn
10.
anyway.
Your eyes begin to flutter open, and you see in the room Nevin and the crew. And
Is Thorn naked?
no,
Okay.
currently wearing a hospital gown.
Nice try, Jerica.
I was.
Well, it's a hospital gown. You can see my bare ass. If you want
If you
that.
are currently laying down, is that humanity half full or half empty? You begin to come to. Your skin feels cold. Your eyes take a second to focus. But you see Nevin and the crew in the room. And you hear Nevin say, all right, so, Thorn, why don't you tell me something happy and not at all cyber psycho-y?
Neon hears what is familiar to her as the puppy grumble.
Neon's going to very quickly kind of just walk over to Thorn and wrap her arms around you and bury her face.
As you start to walk over, Nevin is just like, oh, not yet, not yet. Ho. Thorn? Give me 3 letters in a row.
Fuckyu. Give me my girlfriend.
All right, you can go in. And he sets down the thing that he was holding.
He's gonna like hug you really tightly and bury her face in your shoulder.
Ooh.
And in a way that you know that this is almost more of a stress kind of hug.
Thorn is awake.
Welcome back.
They is there difficulty when they try to sit up? Because they quite quickly, for somebody who just went into surgery, attempts to sit up.
Okay. You start to sit up, expecting to feel tearing, stiffness, something acting incorrectly. And amazingly, you're fine.
How are you feeling?
What?
How are you feeling?
Fine, actually.
That's good. Can I say
They've got their arms kind of
tonight?
under your arms. They're hugging you.
I wanna. Can I stay at your place tonight?
Yeah, of course, honey.
Thanks. I'm glad you're doing okay though.
Yeah. Doc, what's the... it's Thursday, ain't it? What's the damage?
I mean, it in a normal world, it would be Thursday. But, this is, in fact, Monday afternoon.
I haven't been under longer than I should have, right? Or what?
Not exactly. He looks between the two of you ears. You had wanted me to do some additional examinations. Do you want me to share that information now or wait till it's just the two of you?
And you can share it. You could share it now. I look over at. I kind of stare directly at Grouch, and just as I look at Grouch, kind of let's go. We're family.
Okay.
Damn right.
What?
So
Thorn is looking around like HIPAA violation for a second.
So, he pulls over a monitor on a stand, and he hits a button, and you see a human double helix DNA code on the screen. This is what Thorn looks like on the inside. This, for those who do not have a degree in biology or biochemistry, is a human DNA code. Two strands held together by base pairs, bonded with a sugar phosphate backbone. The way nature intended.
I mean, thanks for explaining what it looks like in this format. I'm more used to seeing strands of DNA on my face than on a screen.
I elbow Thorn.
I'm tender. I got out of surgery. they crumble a little dramatically.
Now, you will notice This is 23 pairs of chromosomes. This is what Thorn looked like a week before the surgery. This is what Thorn looked like 2 hours after the surgery. And he hits another button. And you see the double helix is no longer a double helix. It is a quad helix. Two of the helixes having 23 pairs. Two of the helixes have 38. I don't know how to tell you what this is. I can tell you what it's not. And what it's not is what it was 4 days before. Or, and he clicks a button, and you see a exact mirror of the first image.
Uh-oh.
What it was an hour ago.
A helix. Race
The helix
helix.
is broken. Is he frozen for anyone else, or?
No!
Oh, there you are. Hello.
Hi!
You.
Yeah, I know.
You said he clicks it again, and you see, and then it was done, and you were gone.
He clicks it again, and so he clicks it again,
End stream.
and end stream. He clicks it again, and you see the first image again. This was 2 hours ago. This, if I checked it right now, is what it would look like again.
So what does that
I mean,
mean?
that double helix thing, that's like how cells divide, ain't it? Like when they do the, the thing. Or is that not how
Sort
that
of.
works?
But here's the problem. I don't know what that quad helix means. I don't know how it got there. I don't know where it went. I don't know why it was there while it was there. But I can tell you, I checked every goddamn hour, every goddamn day. From the time I saw that result until the time I called you, so that you know that Thorn was able to go home.
Does that kind of thing would that repair tissue?
I have no idea what it is. Could do anything. Could be anything. I don't know anything that's got 78 chromosomes.
dude, X1, you're smart and also know how to use Google. Do dogs or canines? Because it could just be, I don't know, my biosculpting interacting with something, couldn't it?
You don't
Can
biosculpt
I get a closer look at the numbers? Yeah.
Yep.
Well, can I okay,
Yeah.
Sweet.
You don't biosculpt.
Can I run either
You don't biosculpt at the genetic level. Biosculpting is no more than skin deep, realistically. I mean, okay, no more than skeletal deep. You do a little bit of extra bone work and a little bit of extra muscle, but you don't touch DNA.
Well, X1, can you look up and see if dogs have 78 chromosomes or not? Just to humor the theory real quick to see if it's related in some way.
While I'm looking it up, I can probably assume sure they don't, but I'm gonna cross-check gene therapy and like experimental lost tech for gene therapy and whatnot, and see where I can cross-reference.
Okay. The problem is there is no Google search. There isn't even an Ask Jeeves yet. So it'll take you some time to do your research. But when you do get to do a research, you have a crit card. Just so you know.
Okay, thank you.
Well, if it's not normal biosculpting, whether it's canine related or not, what is that? If my genes have been fucked with, what does that suggest?
I have no idea. Mostly because even if you were doing genetic manipulation on a human being, you kind of asterisk the numbers a little bit. You don't put in an entirely extra pair of helixes.
This is kind of...
Who? You go first.
Is this kind of genetic manipulation, if it is that, like, artificial? Is there any sort of theoretical something or other that maybe, like, I don't know, was there like a super soldier project 30 years back, or some, like, something that someone did at some point that didn't work, but maybe someone figured it out? Or any sort of, like...
The head of Arasaka is a living ghost. Human is like 300 years old. Gene therapy can do weird things to the body.
It can. It can keep you around for a long, long time. But even still, that's more gene rejuvenation, not gene, let's add 150 fucking % of the chromosomes. That's...
So it's like...
What kind of people would be capable of doing something like this to me?
Biotechnica. It's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
Does Biotechnica, like, exist in the UK? Or
yes.
Any other country I might have been to?
Biotechnica is a global operation. So you would be familiar with Biotechnica.
Does Biotechnica work for certain kinds of people?
They're like one of the top groups, yeah?
Yeah, they're one of the top 5, if not one of the top 3 megacorps in the world. They have offices in London, Paris, Bonn, Seattle, Dallas, Night City, Sydney, Rio de Janeiro, Berlin, Rome, Venice, every major city in the world.
You know, whenever someone has a conspiracy theory about big pharma, they are the big pharma.
They are Big Pharma LLC. They are responsible for the synthetic grain that is used to make Chew fuel, which is the fuel source that is used in Cyberpunk. They are responsible for bioengineering most of the food sources that are currently in production to enable food to be able to be produced in the wasteland. They have been responsible for the last few years for theoretical studies in using genetic recovery to bring a number of extinct animals back to life. Although that's purely theoretical, it hasn't actually happened. But they have been able to use genetic sampling to recover extinct plant life and bring plants back. And all of this is this is all the stuff that's in the news. This is all the stuff that is widely known. This is all the stuff that all of your characters are familiar with, to the same degree that you're familiar with Militech and Arasaka and Petrochem and all of those, top 10 megacorps.
So, to be as vague as possible, for reasons that you know.
Mm-hmm.
If I think back,
Mm-hmm.
Does a certain group of people from my past
Mm-hmm.
have any connection, or do I recall any conversations between them and Biotechnica?
Not at all.
But okay, so I don't recall that. Would logic dictate that just given process of elimination, even if I don't have proof that they did it, it had to be them? Or most likely than anybody else?
Neither you nor Devin can think of anyone else that would have the scientific capability to do whatever the fuck this is.
Okay. So Thorn is having a reaction, an emotional reaction to that narrowing down in their head that they are actively trying really, really hard not to broadcast. So I don't know if that would involve somebody making an attempt to notice.
Yes, you can. You can make an HP roll.
Do I get any sort of bonus for knowing Thorn very intimately?
I will give you a +2.
Does X1 or Grouch want to attempt, or
17?
It was the professor in the conservatory with the pipe wrench. Brufos, you're closer than you think.
Damn, good job, Morgoth. I'm waiting to see. Is Grouch going to piggyback, or are you sitting that out?
That is 2 17s, by the way.
No, I'm going to let that one go. That's
okay.
I'm good there.
So Neon and 17 is pretty high.
17 is high, yes. You guys have gotten used to 40s, but they're considered impossible rolls.
Yeah.
17s are pretty high.
Yeah, so when Nevin says Biotechnica, you notice that Thorn opens their mouth like they're going to ask more inquisitive questions, and then there's this little flash in their eye, like they just put something together. And they really don't like what they just put together. But then they just kind of shut their mouth and stop their ears from twitching.
If hypothetically Neon rolled a 27, what would Neon have figured out from that?
Yeah. So that's what X1 caught, is that Thorn just put something together and they don't want to say anything, so they're shutting their mouth. Neon, what you see in very specific order is the same kind of inquisitive confusion, then thinking, then dread. Really deep, deep dread in their face. And then they they try so hard to cover up what they're feeling that it looks like they're borderline dissociating. And
Neon,
they just stop talking.
Neon isn't going to say anything. They're just going to, like, rub your back. And just kind of try to keep grounded as best as possible. Yeah. But they aren't going to, they aren't going to say anything about it. But
so, like, X1 knows... Yeah.
But you probably get that glimmer of, like, Neon is noticing something in you. Mm-hmm. The way she kind of immediately begins to react as, like, grounding you or, like, massaging you and just kind of, like keeping you grounded. There's probably this, like, idea that Neon caught whatever you're hiding.
So, yeah, X1 knows that Thorn knows something, but it's not exactly clear whether it's I know exactly what happened or if it's just I have an idea. Neon knows that Thorn almost certainly knows exactly where this came from, even if maybe they don't know the specifics. And they just shut up.
Well, thank you for running these tests on Thorn. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, not a problem. And he walks over to the machine and pulls out a chip and just hands it to Thorn.
I can take the shard.
All right, or
Thorn wants it, but like if you want me to do background checks, it's up to Thorn.
What is it? Wait, what?
It's a data shard with your valve on.
It's a data shard with all of the medical information that I was able to get on this.
Do they notice that X1 noticed, or
everybody would have seen him pull it out? It was pretty obvious. He wasn't trying to hide anything.
No, I just mean that did X1 notice that Thorn was trying to hide something? Does Thorn notice that X1 noticed that?
Probably not.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a little...
I would say you're a little bit too tweaked at the moment to really be effectively perceiving humans.
Yeah, I'll take the chip. Don't worry.
Let us have it for now. Do I owe you anything? Is there anything extra I should owe you for doing this, or is this?
No.
So I paid everything up front.
Yeah, it was all above board. But that's the bad news. Would you like to get on to the good news?
It'd be nice to have some good news today.
And he walks over to the box. And he takes out a remote control out of his pocket. And with exceptional drama, points it at the box. And the sides, the top of the box splits in the middle. And then the sides of the box all fold down open to all sides. And... oh, why did that not work? I tried so hard.
Puppy.
It's in the bottom.
You have a multi-toned, chromed out, rammed horned cyberdog.
Let's go.
Let's go. We got a puppy. Krampus. They pat their legs to try to get him up on the the medical table.
Nice.
The dog immediately bolts over to towards Thorn.
Hey.
So
how's he looking?
He's fine. I have enough extra solution. It's a couple days early, but hey, it doesn't hurt to feed him a little bit more. We can, I can show you guys how to do that transfer. It's really not tough at all. And gave this system a full diagnostic while I was not busy doing anything other than running medical tests every hour for whatever the fuck that was. You know, I had 4 days without doing much else, so yeah, I might have gotten a little sleep deprived at day 3 and may have taken liberties and put in a couple surprises. You'll figure them out later on. It's fine. Chat, what that means. All right, first off, since I'm doing a quick chat break, the first thing I have to tell you is Shiny. Your Faith in Humanity card has to be returned because Thorn is at a Humanity 10, which is the highest the stat can be. So
You mean
Faith,
empathy?
yes. Humanity 10. Empathy 10, which is the highest that empathy can be raised, because the stats max out at 10, which means Faith in Humanity cards cannot raise that any higher. Now, that being said, there is a new card that was put in that can raise a stat of any character in any game, but it is a triple legendary card. You need 3 of it, but I believe it is craftable. If you use 3 of that card, it'll activate the card, and then you can give someone a +1 that is allowed to +1 to a stat that is allowed to exceed their racial maximums. So that is the new thing. Also, for chat, Neon is a good second option for that. Okay, then replay it and we can throw it on Neon, because I'd already refunded it. But if you want to replay it, we'll bounce it on the Neon instead, because that'll work. Also for chat, until I say otherwise, because I will do a cutoff on this eventually, Krampus can receive gear cards or magic item cards from chat. The higher the rarity of the card, the higher the power and rarity of the additional shit that sleep-deprived Nevin installed into Krampus that nobody knows about until I make it pop out. So, you all can give Krampus, to use some West End Games terminology, a limited number of Omni gadgets that I will turn into cybernetics at a later date. There have already been 2 cards played for Krampus, so there are already 2 things in that were played when Krampus first went in the first place.
If he does have a rocket launch, though, the rockets will be painted red, right?
Oh, of course.
Good. The red rocket.
Yes. They'll be underslung, too, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Underslung red rocket launcher.
Yeah. I mean, like one does.
Yeah.
Neon gets an empathy point seeing Thorn and the puppy just, go fucking nuts as dogs do when they meet each other.
Krampus toys! So Krampus could be anywhere from a shaking chihuahua up to a Krampus is... let me bring this back around. Krampus is basically a cybernetic German Shepherd with horns. That has an actual brain of an actual dog in an actual pan in the robot dog's head.
If you look up the Pokemon Houndoom, that's what Krampus is.
I don't know if we can handle a Malinois in this. Those things are crackheads, to say it nicely.
So, I think I am officially going to call that whatever card at the end of tonight's stream, no more cards can be played for Krampus because damn, that dog is getting stacked. But you have
Hell
until
yeah.
but I will give
So
you until
quick.
the end of the show.
We like a puppy.
You like it, a puppy?
And everybody's dumping them.
And they're all like fucking rares too, by the way.
Right? It's gonna be strong.
I was gonna dump a common, but then I was like, I don't want to waste what limited slots this may or may not have on commons, though. And then suddenly all the rares came in. I was like, okay.
That is 5 rares.
Yeah.
5 rares, a common, and a selected item card, and a funny find,
And an uncommon.
and an uncommon.
Sir Shiny
yeah,
says,
it's a
the
lot.
next time you search a chest/body/ you find something funny / useless.
This is
Krampus
how
coffee grinder.
now we just need to give Thorn the novelty belt buckle, and Krampus will become Thorn's fucking Zord.
Oh
This
god.
is how he will become the Power Ranger.
Oh, good grief.
Somehow we have turned Cyberpunk into a mech game.
I mean,
There is Mecha.
Don't worry,
there
they're already
is
in the
power
game.
armor in one of these books somewhere.
This is how Boblin happens. You're not wrong.
Thorn eventually, they're sitting on the chair, and Krampus originally had his paws up, but Thorn eventually, like, once they're done having a manic episode about the dog, sort of leans back into Neon, and then sort of gets Krampus up behind her to like press her into them. So now she's just getting sandwiched by 2 dogs at the moment.
Just kind of. He's very cold.
Yes.
Good boy.
This is how Boblin happens. This is how Dynamite happens.
Okay, get me out of this assless gown and bring me in. Let me go home.
I don't know. I kind of like the look on you.
you just get to...
Keep it private, kids. Come on now. Oh, good grief.
All right.
I haven't seen my partner in 2 whole days. Had a bad day today. Shut up.
Good thing it
2
wasn't
days.
actually.
Wait,
Good thing it wasn't actually a week.
Or however long it was.
Yeah.
4 days.
It's
4
Monday.
days.
I went down Thursday.
Okay.
Wait, so why was it so short? Hang on. There's another
I
answer.
have-
I mean,
I have no idea, except for the fact that not only are you already as healed as you should have been in 7 days, you're already as healed as you should have been 2 weeks after that.
Goodness.
I'm assuming it has to do with this genome thing. So, you know.
Well, then there's our answer. If X1 looks up the 78 chromosomes things and it turns out I was right about the dog thing, I simply just have that dog in me.
I guess so.
All right.
Let me go
Well,
home.
yeah. I mean, he quickly shows you how to do the fluid exchange for the dog, and basically it's if you exchange it once a month, the dog's mental state will debilitate. If you exchange it once every 2 weeks, like you're supposed to, it'll be fine. If you exchange it once a week, the dog will just be happier, and there is some studies that will show that it may allow it to function and live longer. But they're somewhat anecdotal. But you definitely want to make sure that you're trying to change it about every 2 weeks. Going longer than that can cause debilitation. And I believe you guys had ordered, had paid for 4 months of stuff. So that would be 8 doses. Assuming you're giving it every 2 weeks.
Does this stuff expire ever?
I mean, the shelf life on it is usually a couple of years. It's pretty stable. I have to double check. I believe it's like 50 eddies a dose.
Oh, because we've come into more and more money as time has gone on at this point. And I'm tempted to get another 8 months of supply just so that I have a year's supply on me.
We can do that. I'll
Would you need to order that in? Or?
Yeah, I'll put it in order, and as soon as it comes in, then I'll collect from you.
All right. I say in canon I give him the amount of money. You just tell me what that is.
Okay. I'll double check it and I'll get back to you on it. And with that,
you shovel me home.
You head out to the car.
Oh no.
And as you get outside, X1, your phone begins to ring.
Okay. I answer my phone.
You pick it up to look at the caller ID. The number is garbled and unregisterable. And the name under it reads Inleet Oracle.
Yep.
And we will end there for tonight.
Oh, thank God.
At least it's not that Nigerian.
So I heard you got your solo back.
I'm sorry, Bacon. You didn't get to kill any more kids tonight. So, chat. Who would you like to give a fate point to? Do you give a fate point to Sunburst for making it back to the party faster? Do you give it to Neon for Drama Llama? Do you give it to Grouch for murdering kids? Or do you give it to Morgoth for avoiding most of the problems of this episode?
All models in this game built with Hero Forge. Each player built their own models. All of the models shown in the series can be found in the Hero Forge community by Hero Forge subscribers by searching for the 2025 tag.
Maps used in the series are by Solution, JPEGU, VD Cyber, Frag Maps, and the R. Talisarian Games website.
Music played during the show is from artists such as Tabletop Audio, Karl Casey at White Bat, Neon Shudder, Kenshiro Plus, Gregorio Franco, Mangadrive, Quine, and See Thomas Howl.
Please check out this and other shows at twitch.tv/singlestepgaming, at youtube.com/ampersand/singlestepgaming, or bluesky.com at singlestepgaming. Also check out our merch store for fun campaign-related merchandise. Head over to singlestepgaming-shop.fourthwall.com. And remember, kids, Twitch subs get a discount on all merchandise. Yay.
All right, let's see what we got here. Aside from 8 million magic items for the cramps, fate to Bacon for holding the cyber. Fate point to Bacon for holding the Cyber Psycho's target in place. Grouch for taking a kid to the face. Grouch. Neon for character development through crying and singing like a Steven Universe character. Drama Llama. Bacon to pay for the PTSD treatments. So,
Yeah.
okay. That is one more for the bakes,
I have a theory.
which is
Oh.
I'm dying to hear it.
What is?
Thorn isn't a human biosculpted to be a dog. Thorn is a dog who was biosculpted to be a human. That's why they have.
wild.
That's why
take.
they have 78 chromosomes.
I got that dog in me.
It's a fair theory.
I'm just.
All right. So, everybody, thank you very much for being here. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like, subscribe, do all the things. If you're watching this on Twitch, thank you for being here live and for throwing a ton of cards at the problem. That problem apparently being Grouch's sanity. If you
Yeah.
want to see more of our
Thanks,
shows,
guys. Really.
chat is the best.
Oh,
If you want to see more of our shows, you can tune in soon on Sundays, where Morgoth will be running a Daggerheart campaign. You can tune in now on Mondays, where Jericho will be running a 5e campaign. You can tune in on Tuesday, where I will be running a 5e adjacent campaign. You can tune in soon on Wednesdays, where Jericho will be running a Blades in the Dark campaign. You can tune in Thursdays, where currently I am doing a Daggerheart test, and very shortly Morden will be doing a Salvage Union campaign. And you can tune in Friday, where I do a 5e adjacent campaign. So very soon we will have 7 days a week, all gaming, no waiting. In the meantime, everybody, thank you very much. We hope that you guys had fun. Fate point for Morgoth.
Thank you.
We hope that you guys had fun. We had a blast entertaining you, and we will catch you all next time. Bye-bye.
Have a great night, chat. Bye.
Good night, y'all.
That was fun. Let's do that again.
Right now.
Right.